Hello, everybody. Come on in, get situated. We are getting started with our live stream talking about one of our newest masterminds that we're doing. So come get situated. We're going to get everybody in here and then we're going to start. Hi, Dawn. Welcome. Come on in. Hi, Liz. Okay, this is great. Everyone's coming in. It's like when you leave the door open and you're having a brunch and people all come in and like start walking in the door, and that's how it feels. So everyone get in here. We are going to have such a good conversation, and we're going to do what we always love to do, which is dropping in the chat where you are in the world, what it looks like outside your window. I want to hear about the view. I want to hear about the weather. I want to hear about what you're seeing. Are there animals running through the streets? Is there traffic? Are you looking at a parking lot? Are you looking at a mountain? Is it really, really hot where you are? Is it raining? Is it snowing? What does it look like? Let's get a little bit of a view of everyone that is here in the world, wherever they are. And then we'll get on started. And we have, as you all know, our special guest, Hannah Dixon. We are talking all about our new community mastermind called the Freelance Club. It's an entrepreneur level mastermind, but anyone can come and learn about it. That's what all of you are here for, is we're going to have a little chat with Hannah, talk a little bit about what to expect, who it's for, what you're going to get out of it. You can all ask whatever questions that you want to ask here in the chat too. And then we'll have this recording available for new members and for anyone who's missed it on an ongoing basis. So you can always learn more about these incredible masterminds that we have. As you know, we have 3 levels of membership here in the Wanderful community. We have the traveler level membership, which really is our travel club. It's like an annual membership that you pay to get access to our community, our sisterhood, our local hub network and the events that they're posting, the global meetups that we put together, the trips that we organize. You get kind of first dibs on all of that. And then fun virtual meetups like our solo travelers meetup and our midlife mid-month travel meetup and our 60 plus travelers meetup and all those. But then depending on how you've developed in your own travel career, if it's become a professional career for you, you can upgrade to different other membership levels. So our creator membership is for people who are building a life and experience in creation of some kind. Really, content creation is kind of where we focus. So people who are building a social media presence, who are writing a blog, who are starting video or have a YouTube channel. And a lot of that helps travel content creators build what they're building. So we have masterminds with YouTube. You might have seen we just launched a mastermind with Pinterest, really kind of helping you get to that next step. And then the entrepreneur level membership is for people who are taking that next step really into making this a career, like a functional, sustainable business for themselves, whether you're a travel agent or a travel advisor or a tour operator or some small business owner, or you're a creator who's really monetizing. We have an entrepreneur mastermind, which by the way, I'm doing tomorrow for anyone who's going to be there. We have this incredible tour experience mastermind that Nikki Padilla Rivera puts on. We have a sponsorship pitching mastermind that our director of brand partnerships, Lauren, hosts. So really all of these special live opportunities to be in touch with each other, to connect meaningfully with each other, and to support your business as you grow. So whether you're starting in our community as a traveler member who just wants to make some really good friendships and get out in the world and travel, or if you're looking at documenting that a little bit more and building a creative kind of portfolio, or you really want to move into business ownership, there's all 3 different levels that are for you. But we are here to talk about this new mastermind. I know Hannah's been waiting forever to get on here and I'm just monologuing, but let's check in and see where everybody is. So we've got Maria's in a very hot Maryland. Maria, I fully believe you because it's hot here in Boston, and you know Maryland is always like 100 degrees hotter than what Boston is experiencing. Olivia's in SoCal. It's a cool overcast morning here. Ingrid's in Tucson. Patricia's in Chicago, mildly raining. Liz is in hot and humid Cambridge, Massachusetts. Yes, right on the other side of the river. We're having like heat advisories and air quality alerts. So it's pretty wild over here. Dawn is in South Carolina, where it's surprisingly gloomy. Dawn, I'm sorry we took your sunshine today, because we do actually have some nice sunshine in Boston. So we'll send it back to you later so you can have it. But you all have so much of it anyway. You can spare a couple days. Carrie's in San Diego. Ingrid said it's hot in Tucson, but it's a dry heat, which I still don't know how you survive it, but I still remember like the time last year that I went to Phoenix, and while touching down, the pilot said it was 117 degrees. And I was like, oh my God, can you cook something when it's 117 degrees? Like, what happens at that temperature? Tammy's in Marin County, California, usually in New Orleans. Happy traveling, Tammy. Tanya's in Wilmington, North Carolina. Oh my gosh, I love Wilmington. What an adorable town. We should do a global meetup to Wilmington. I would love to do that. Okay, Hannah. Hannah loves a dry heat, so we're gonna let you comment on that as I bring you in. I'm gonna send you an invite to come in here, because you all can hear me monologue about this forever, but what we really wanna do is have a little bit of a conversation. We're gonna talk about the Freelance Club. We're gonna talk about Hannah and the things that she's accomplished herself. I mean, so many cool things in helping people build location independent careers. We'll chat about that. We'll hear all about how you all can be involved. And maybe if we have time at the end, we'll bug Tanya again about the idea of doing a global meetup in Wilmington, North Carolina, which, by the way, is known as the Hollywood of the East Coast, I think. It's like that. I love that. I actually lived outside of Wilmington for 1 year, and I just loved that whole part. Hannah, I'm sending you an invite again to be a speaker. Hopefully you'll be able to get in this time. Let me know. Yes, I'm sending it to you. Don't worry. I know you're probably like, click away from this thing that just popped up on me. And here you are. You did it.
Good to see you.
Good to see you too. How's it going?
It's going good. I'm in like the dark. It's the middle of the night in Bangkok, and this apartment has horrible lighting, so I apologize. It doesn't look very professional.
Oh my gosh, I forgot that you were in Bangkok. But actually your lighting is fine. It's totally okay.
Very
yellow. It is very yellow, but lucky for you, yellow is my favorite color. So you just like, you're winning the day. Yes. Thank you. What time is it right now?
It is 11 p.m., just after 11.
You get some real cred. I know, but well, I mean, what a perfect place to be talking about the topic of creating a location independent lifestyle, right?
Mm-hmm. That's very true.
Tell everyone a little bit more about you, because I know you have been part of our community for a minute. I know you were at WITS this year, but you've built this whole career with like, from helping people to become virtual assistants to like now freelance career. And let's hear a little bit about like your journey in this really cool niche that you've carved for yourself.
Sure. Thank you. Well, first of all, thank you for having me, and love this community. So I'm very excited to be here. I think I first caught wind of you like 2 years ago, and I've been to the last two WITs, and I'm just like, I'm in. Yay. I'm sold. This is good people.
I love that.
So I started working online about 12 years ago now. I didn't know that like that was a thing. I'd been doing, farms and hostels and work exchanges and all those kinds of things. And it wasn't until someone told me like they worked online and they could work from anywhere that I was like, ding, 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 I can keep traveling. That's cool. And so I learned everything I could. And it wasn't until one of my clients actually referred to me as a virtual assistant that I knew that was a thing. And then when I found out it was a thing, I was like, I am all in. Like, this is what I want to do. I want to keep traveling. So now I've traveled over the last 12 years. I've lived and worked in over 60 countries. I currently live in Guanajuato, Mexico, but I'm traveling in Thailand right now. And that's why I said I like a dry heat. I live in the desert. And and now I've moved in the last sort of 8 years, I've moved into training others to do this kind of work. So we've worked with over 40,000 people to become virtual assistants and freelancers around the world. And I just think it's such a cool career choice because it's like accessible to so many people. Like wherever the Wi-Fi is, there's opportunities, and with opportunities, travel as well. So it's a very exciting career path for me to share with people.
I think it's really exciting too how much that has evolved. I was just having coffee with a friend like last week, a few days ago, and we were talking about like, oh, remember internet cafes, like remember, and that wasn't that long ago, right? I mean, that was, I studied abroad, oh my gosh, almost 20 years ago. I don't feel that old, but you know, and I remember being like, okay, I'm going to have like my 1 hour of internet for the day, and I'm going to go to the internet cafe and I'm going to log in. And from then to now, I think I cognitively have not evolved as fast, because I still like, I feel like I'm still there in like internet cafe world. But you're right. Like, we as a society have just now even like, it's not just, oh, you have this, you know, this like special job that can be done on the internet. So many jobs can be done on the internet. So that has must have been like a really interesting evolution for you too, of like, yeah, first you're starting like virtual assistant is kind of one of the things that you can do. Now there's so many people who can do any number of things and build any number of careers and do it exclusively online.
Absolutely. And I think also with the pandemic, just like the realization for companies realizing they can hire freelancers from anywhere as well is so much more heightened. I remember when I got started explaining to people that I worked on that, they're like, you do what? You do what for what? And how does that work? And now it doesn't need explaining. There's just so many opportunities out there and so many different ways of working that it's not this foreign concept anymore. So that's pretty cool as well, to not have to over explain.
I love that. Let me brag about you a little bit, because I want to read Hannah's bio so all of you have the context of like really what she's built over the years. So Hannah Dixon is the founder of Digital Nomad Kit and creator of Virtual Excellence Academy, an award-winning training that's helped over 40,000 VAs and freelancers build thriving remote businesses. An 18-year digital nomad and international speaker, she's known for building inclusive communities like Rainbow Remote, hosting global gatherings where belonging thrives, and expanding access to digital skills and self-leadership education through global partnerships. Featured in Forbes, Entrepreneur, and Business Insider, Hannah sees digital freelancing as a path to autonomy, access, and freedom for those who've never quite fit the mold, whether due to identity, circumstance, or the refusal to settle for the status quo. I love that. I mean, this is not just about like building business either. This is about like achieving life freedom.
Yeah. And I think freelancing is that for people. Like, you realize your potential in more ways than one. I mean, any type of entrepreneurship, any type of working for yourself, if you're a creator, if you're, you know, product owner, whatever, I think that it just opens up so many mental doorways for you that you didn't realize you had to go through to be the person that you want to be. Like, I think that there's work and then there's your personal life, but when you work for yourself, it is intermeshed in some ways, which can be bad. But the good part is that I just think you expand who you are in so many ways, and how you think about how you can live and how you can work and relate to people. And I just think it's really cool. It's just really cool. And I mean, you know that you experience that.
For sure. Well, and that leads me to ask, you know, in your own communities, do you find yourself leaning in more to the conversations about these like soft skills, but also like soft side effects of being a freelancer? You know, like you said, yes, it's amazing. You get to, you know, plan your own life, you can travel, but also like you need to be really strict with yourself, and you need to make sure you're prioritizing your self-care, because nobody will. And you need to make sure you're saving effectively, because there's no like employer sponsored savings program. And like, do you talk a lot about the nuances of that too? Yeah,
absolutely. So like in our programs where we train people, we have every month we have a self-care session, or community care session, we call them now. We do all kinds of different modalities to help people for like all the kinds of things that come up, like beyond the work, like the fear of success, the fear of failure, like also just like being visible and showing up consistently, and when work's not going as good. Like, I think it's really important to have those conversations. Like, I'll be honest, this year has been one of the hardest years for a lot of businesses. That includes freelancers, but that also includes the traditional job market. You can't shy away from that fact. So I think for me, it's about freelancing overall is about choosing yourself and choosing something that works for you, especially if travel is something you really want to do in your life. But I also think choosing it hard, right? Like a 9-to-5 job is also hard. Both things are going to have hard days. I'm never going to sugarcoat it and say, oh, freelance is the only thing you can do. That, you know, doing this is the only thing you can do. It's going to be amazing. Work is work, and work is hard sometimes. So there's no shying away from that. I think you need to find ways to manage things as they come up. So absolutely. And we're going to talk about that in the Freelance Club. So I'm not going to shy away from that there either.
That's what we need to talk about next. So Hannah approached us probably like a few months ago now. I'll be honest. I'm not the best response time always, but about doing something like the Freelance Club. And can you tell me a little bit more about like what got you thinking, I want to bring something like this to Wanderful?
Well, I think the first time I attended in Salt Lake City, the WITS conference, I met so many creators that were looking to use their skills to like offer services as well, but didn't know where to start. So I was like, there's something here. Like there's an obvious, amazing skill set. You've got creative skills, you've got the ability to write amazing stories, to show up. The visibility is just baked in. Like these people that I was meeting, these women I was meeting were just looking for other ways to monetize the skills that they had. So I was like, this makes sense. Let me reach out to Beth.
I love that.
It's such a good area to offer skills in as well. So
yeah. Well, and I think especially the creator space is evolving so much that, you know, a whole, and I mentioned this a lot in our entrepreneur masterminds, that, so I think a lot of people know that besides Wanderful, I also own a coffee shop with my husband, which is like the exact opposite type of business, right? Like the most analog and like most in person, you know, but also like all about community and connection. So there's something there. But I think what's really interesting that I tell people is that like the business model of a cafe doesn't really change. You know, it's been the same that it's been for hundreds of years, ever since cafes and restaurants were invented. You know, there's not really that much variation in terms of like how the business operates that you can do. But in the creator world and in this kind of digital world that we formed, that is literally changing like every day. Like we're still building out what that industry is. And I think creators and small business owners and entrepreneurs in this digital space are still figuring out like, what services can I offer, and what do people pay for, and what is the value of those things, and what is my competitive advantage here, and that makes it like very exciting in a lot of ways, but it also makes it very stressful in other ways because you have to stay really on top of it. And I think even, and especially in the creator world where, you know, maybe you joined as a creator a couple of years ago when you were thinking, okay, this is, you know, free hotel stays and free flights. And now it's like, oh, but there's affiliate marketing and there's, you know, product lines that you could develop. And then a lot of creators, which is why we've shifted our entrepreneur membership, are really taking this nugget of wisdom that they've built as a creator and turning it into a true entrepreneurial endeavor, right? And they're like, launching a luggage line, or they're writing a book, or they're doing something that then ends up being like a very holistic and multi, you know, stream business. And it's been really, it's exciting, but it's also wild. I want everyone who is watching in the comments, I'm curious where you are right now. Are you freelancing now? Are you thinking about freelancing? Are you just here because you just love having a wonderful moment and have no interest in freelancing at all, but just want to come and join? Like, let us know what state you're in right now, because I think that that's also interesting too, is seeing like, where is everyone else finding themselves? So Tanya's saying freelance, which I assume means that you are freelancing now. You're like doing some active freelancing. Oh, good. Clarification. Beautiful. Tammy has been freelancing for over 10 years, and I would like to say totally crushing it. Maria says thinking about it, but also love the lives. I love it. There are people, sometimes I've had a couple people that have come to our new member parties, and they're like, I'm just here for like a little bit of an uplift today. Dawn looking for more. It's so good. So good. Just checking in. Olivia's freelancing now. Yes, she is. Dawn's looking for more freelance opportunities. Liz is currently freelance in another industry and have been considering freelancing in travel. That's super cool. Yeah, it's neat to see where everyone's coming from. So Hannah, what can people expect from these masterminds? We're doing them monthly, right?
Yes. So I kind of have like a loose concept sort of mapped out for the next 6 months. I can kind of just read out some of the topics that we're going to cover. Yeah. So I think one of the things that was important for me was to have some diversity in how Freelance Club is run. So I think some of the session will be like kind of co-working, masterminding, and other ones will be more educational. And I think that I really want to design this with the people who attend, so that it's really going to be most helpful for the people that are really in attendance every month. So I want it to kind of be shaped by what's going on in the industry, you know, AI things that are happening, what people are talking about, what kind of issues people are having. But some of the things that I've kind of tentatively put forward would be talking about, you know, initially just how to turn your content creation skills into paid freelance services. What else we got? We've got, you know, building out offers, pricing, packaging, that kind of thing. Like I said, co-working. Also things like setting boundaries with clients, knowing how to onboard people effectively. Client experience is something that I really am passionate about. So offering a really, you know, amazing client experience, how to say no to things.
Also important.
And then also, I guess one of the things that I think would be really cool for this community specifically would be about creating content to market your freelance services that converts. And then also just kind of like Q&A masterminds, I think would be really fun. I think it's just a great opportunity to come together with other freelancers too and kind of share what's working for you, what's not working for you, and sort of like hash it out together. So lots of different topics we can talk about, but those are some of the ones that I'm thinking about for the first 6 months.
I think that's fantastic. And for everyone who is watching along, couple things to note. Number one is this is your chance to ask questions and share things that are really important that you're like, I would actually love support in X, Y, and Z, so that we can kind of start catering that as we build out, or as Hannah, I'm saying we, but like, I'm not doing it. You are. As Hannah builds out the plan for the mastermind, but also to give everyone quick context too. So the way our masterminds work, they are camera on experiences. So like what you're watching right now is a live stream. We call it a live stream in the Mighty Network, where you're sort of watching, we're talking with each other in the chat, but you're not like here on camera on microphone. But our masterminds are. So we host them on Google Meet. Usually every once in a while it's a Zoom. And everyone is encouraged. You can participate at whatever level you want. So if you don't feel comfortable having your camera on, or you don't want to participate, you don't have to. You can still come to the mastermind. But the expectation is that you would come, you'd have your camera on, you'd have your mic unmuted, and it would be a dialogue. You know, there usually would be like some sort of topic. And I know Hannah has that list of topics each month so that there can be a little bit of a focus. But then you're encouraged to come in and provide updates and ask questions and kind of be there for each other and help give advice. They are not recorded because we want to create a space of vulnerability and safety. And so then you can really ask real questions and know that it's not like a recording is going to be posted somewhere else. But Hannah, how much do you expect to be in a role of teaching versus just facilitating? Like, have you thought a little bit about what the format of each session is going to be and how much is dialogue versus, you know,
I think it will change
like
month to month. I think the first couple, I really want to get to know the folks in there a lot more. And then if there's topics that people want more educational stuff, I'm happy to, but I really would like it to be a collaborative thing. I want it to be something that we design together, because otherwise, like, I don't know what people want, you know, like it's only so much I can know. So I really do encourage you, as Beth said, to get involved, you know, engage with others and share what's going on for you. And I love that they're not recorded, because I think that's essential, especially, you know, like I said, for talking about some of the hard stuff that does come up. We're going to obviously celebrate all the wins all the way, but hard stuff does come up. And I think it's really important that everybody feels they have a space that they can share with people who are going through the same stuff. So I think it will probably be at 50-50, like in my mind right now, but I'm happy for them to be completely collaborative a lot of the time. If people are really, you know, engaged and want to be chatting, and if everyone's really quiet and shy, then I can talk a little more.
I think that that's a great way to do it. And then you can't over plan these masterminds, because things come up and you want to have those free moments for somebody to be like, hey, I want to get something off my chest. I had this weird interaction last week. Can we talk about it? You know, and so I found sometimes what's really helpful in some of our other masterminds is if there's something that you want to talk about, and I'm talking to all of you watching, if there's something that you want to talk about, go ahead and send Hannah a DM or post in the comments and say, hey, if there's time, I'd love to, you know, to be the focus of this month or to be in the hot seat. And that's what we do with our sponsorship masterminds, is sometimes people are actively navigating like a negotiation and they're kind of like, I really just want the group to put an eyeball on this. And so they'll send a message to Lauren or they'll comment in the event. And then we can give people at the beginning of the sessions time to kind of, okay, let's workshop this together before we talk more generally. So feel free to use that. You know, if there's something that you feel like you're going through that you'd like feedback on, send Hannah a message and it could potentially be added to an upcoming mastermind. So then you're really getting like that direct support that you feel like you need.
Yeah, love that. Totally welcome all your DMs. And I think that's perfect, because so many people are going to be like, oh, I'm actually going through that too. And maybe you didn't realize you needed to hear it as well.
I think so. And I know a lot of people tend to come to these masterminds in that listening mode. They're like, oh, I want to hear what other people are going through. And so sometimes it feels like hard to think about, okay, well, what's the thing that you really want help with? And we all learn from each other, and we learn from navigating. And I think one person's example will spark somebody else's, oh, you know what, I just went through that too. And what do you think? So so that's great. And if there are anything specific that you're all looking for, go ahead and drop in the comments. I think that's really helpful too, and we can use that to cater to everything. And the first one is happening when? Do you remember off the top of your head?
I need to check my calendar.
I know, I'm looking too. Like, when are we doing this again? I have to see. They're coming up.
Yeah, September. Let me check.
I'll pull it up too.
I was going to say the second. Wait. I'm checking.
Okay.
I believe we said Tuesday, the 9th of September. That was my understanding. Yes, Tuesday, 9th of September.
Okay.
Second
so we're
Tuesday.
Get that. Thank you. I'm going to put it in the member hub today, so everyone has it. So you can get in there, RSVP. There's also going to be a link to Hannah's, is it to Digital Nomad Kit? I'm trying to remember where my link is that we have, in case people want to sign up for your organization as well.
You've got lots of links. I'll send you.
There's lots of links. We'll send you all sorts of stuff. So then for everyone, so if you want to do even more in terms of building your freelance career, you can have access to Hannah's community as well. We're going to give you a link that you can sign up for that. But also you'll be able to come back every month and have access to this. So I'll get that up in our member hub today so that you can all sign up. Yes, Hannah.
And I know that we are making a face faces. One of the things as well that we talked about, we haven't actually fleshed it all out yet, but we were talking about at WITS next year, maybe doing some sort of freelancer meetup as well. So that would be super fun to have this community grow this year, and then in person for us all to come together. I would love that.
I love that idea. Yes, I think that would be so great. And we have time to plan, so we can really put together like a nice meetup, freelancers meetup. That sounds great. Tammy also put in the comments, I'm a huge fan of co-working, not the whole time, but a get shit done session would be great. I love that. I know a lot of people have asked for that too, of like, let's just schedule a work, work session. We're just going to declare the one thing we need to do and then get it done. So I think that's such a great idea.
Excited for that.
Nice. Great. Anything else that we didn't cover, Hannah, that you wanted to make sure that people knew about what to expect, how to find you, anything that would be helpful? What they should they prepare anything before they come? Is there like anything that you think would be helpful for them to do before they attend the first session?
Yeah, I think it would be cool to come along with just kind of a little spiel about, what you're freelancing, what you do right now, what kind of services you're offering, and or what you're hoping to be doing. Because I think the first session will just be kind of get to know you for the most part, and just kind of seeing where everyone's at and testing the temperature, see what kind of topics come up as well, I think, to inform the next few. So I think just coming prepared to introduce yourself and your kind of freelance journey so far would be amazing. Great. And again, just message me if you have questions or if you have comments or ideas. I would love to check those out beforehand, because that will also inform things. But just get connected. You can find me everywhere at Digital Nomad Kit. That's KIT. And I'm just really excited. I think it's going to be great. And if you're not in the Entrepreneur Hub, you should be, because it's amazing and I love it.
Beautiful. No, and I agree. Thank you. It is a really great hub. I know for some of you it's an upgrade. It's so well worth the upgrade. The type of one-on-one and like small group support you're getting is amazing. I'm just dropping into the chat now. The first session, Tuesday, September 9th at 12 p.m. Eastern time. Stay tuned for the event to post. I'm typing this as I say it.
Did you already post it? That was magic.
No, I am not that fast. I'm just saying that I'm going to post it, and that's it.
Okay.
But it's all in there. You will be able to see it today and then get signed up. You'll also find it. If everyone here is in the WhatsApp group, don't forget we do have a wonderful WhatsApp group that we're using for announcements. So it's a great way to get up to the minute news. If you don't know where that is, check the featured section of the member hub, and there's a link that you can access. But otherwise, do you currently have to be entrepreneur in order to upgrade? No, so it It is for entrepreneurs. So if you're coming in at the traveler or creator level, you need to upgrade to the entrepreneur level in order to see and RSVP to the event. But if you're an entrepreneur member already, then you're in. It's free. Nothing extra for you. But yes, you will notice that if you're not at that level yet, you won't actually see the events that are available to our entrepreneur members until you upgrade. So you do have to kind of process that upgrade to be able to RSVP. Good question.
I think Maria might have meant as well, I just want to make sure in case we're covering all bases here, if you have to already be an entrepreneur in order already to be in that tier. No, I think, right, you're going to learn a lot of things by being in that tier. Just to make sure that that's wasn't the I think she means if she isn't an entrepreneur currently, can she join that tier? Which would be yes, learn a lot.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. Oh, like, do you have to be an entrepreneur already in your life?
That's
oh my God, no. Look, you come in at the level that you need information from. There's no, we're not checking at the door if you're, you know, a successful, where's your entrepreneur card, Maria? No, you come in at the level that benefits you. So at the entrepreneur level, we're looking for people who want to build businesses and who want to monetize and take this seriously. We're at the same with the creator level. At the creator level, we're not checking to see what your Instagram following is or, you know, what your current email list looks like. We're looking for people who want to commit to growing to that part. And so absolutely, everyone is welcome. I believe there's a free trial that you get, so you can check it out too for anyone who's like, I'm not sure how this works. Let me go see. It's better to reveal it all so you can see it, but everyone is welcome in this community. Don't worry about that. Great. Thanks, everybody. It's been fun. Hannah, thanks for taking the time. If you all are looking for a double dose of Wanderful, Hannah and I are hopping over to Instagram right now. We're going to do an Instagram live from the WIT Summit account. So come on in and say hi. We're going to talk a little bit more about what people can expect. Not anything like that you haven't gotten here from your exclusive event, but come on in and say hi anyway. And we will hopefully see you at the first mastermind on September 9th. Thanks, Hannah.
Thank you so much, Beth. Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Everyone, see you later. Bye for now.